write out my solution, right? So how many frogs are in the pond?
4 frogs are in the pond.
There are 4 frogs in the pond. Scholars, I want you to think. Thank you for keeping your classmates accountable for their learning. I want you to think, how was this problem different or similar to the problems that the multiplication problems we worked on before? And I want you to think about it in relation to the factor-factor product model. How is it similar and how is it different? I see the wheels turning in some of your heads. Brenda.
It is different from division because the factor product model it tells us the product and one factor, but we have to figure out the other factor, which is like it's instead in multiplication we have to find the total and not one of the factors.
Exactly, scholars. When we were doing multiplication problems, they'd give us these numbers in the problem. Like, there were 4 frogs with 4 legs. How many frogs were in the pond, right? They gave us the 2 groups and expected us to find the total. But with division, they gave us the total of what we were looking for and one of the factors. Mozart, what would you like to add on?
When the factors are almost the same because you said like it's in groups and multiplication is also in groups.
Chris, give Mozart a high five. The next thing I was going to ask you was, what strategies did you use to solve for multiplication? What did you use to solve multiplication problems, Aaron?
4 times 64.
I'm going to pause you. You're giving me an answer. I want to know, what strategies did you use to help you solve multiplication problems? Everyone's brain should be on because you've all solved multiplication problems. I'm going to call on someone and get back to you. So be thinking. Miranda, no, I've called on you. Sarai, what's a strategy that you used to solve multiplication?
A strategy we used to solve for multiplication, I think we were using known combinations.
Known combinations. Okay, what else? Ooh, I want to call on someone I haven't called on yet. Deanna, what's a strategy that we've used to solve multiplication problems? Known combinations. What else? What strategies have you used to solve multiplication problems?
I have been, if I have a 6, 4 times 4, I make them into groups.
So I'm asking you, what have you used to help you solve multiplication problems? So someone said, no, Sarai said known combinations. Aaron, I'm going to call on Aaron and give you a chance to think. What strategies have you used to solve multiplication problems? So that's something you use to make sense of the problem. I'm thinking, what did you do to actually solve it? Keep thinking. Cesar?
You could just double it.
You've used doubling, so working with known combinations. Deanna? Can you do it? Okay, this. There we go. There's another one. Skip counting. We've been using repeated addition. There we go. Right? And what did we use to solve division problems?
Skip counting, repeated addition, no combinations.
What? Scholars, so you can use what what you've learned about multiplication problems to solve division problems?
Yeah.
Say, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're seeing a relationship. All right, scholars, before I get you started on your next part of the lesson, so you can become full-blown masters of this objective, I want to know, what did I do in my example, Chris and Cesar, to help me be successful? What would be a 4-star scholar? What do you notice about my work? Julio, what do you notice about my work? What's the very first thing? Oh, labels. What's the very first thing I did? Cesar. Say it.
Make sense of the problem.
There we go. I made sense of the problem. I showed my work. I used multiple
Strategies.
scholars. When I see you working, I want to see at least 2. And I wrote out my solution. All right, scholars. On your desk is a worksheet of division stories. I am going to let you work in partners with a quiet volume level to try and solve, Nancy, these story problems. While you're working, these are the things I want to see. I want to see you be a 4-star scholar. I will know you are on task and understanding, Elmira, when you are showing me all these things on your paper. Understood?
Understood.
One second, what is your question?